Oh.
This just looks like me at the bar.
It looks like I just got in a fight at Tuesday. It's like, what the hell? I'm getting my ass whooped. What?
The impromptu Chupe Suicida show.
Yes.
I mean, horrendous.
Yeah, we should advertise it. We may have to do another one.
We're gonna have to do another one, but I just have to point out that we probably should have advertised it
like we did the other one.
And that one went on for too long. That one was getting ridiculous. It was like the show that we were planning where like
it was the Veer.
No, it wasn't Veer. It was like Southport Regional Wrestling when they were leading up to Lethal Leap Year.
Yes.
And then it never happened because they got cancelled.
No, Lethal Leap Year didn't happen because there was no leap year that year. And
oh yeah.
Great segment though. Great segment between Seth and Cody.
Do you know? I'm gonna get it in the Raw report, but there was another segment that like surprised me for being that funny. But we'll get into the Raw report in a bit.
It was Dawkins, damn it! It was Dawkins. Ow! No, not Omos.
Do you know when he was sitting in the chair? Mm-hmm. That's the most normal he's looked ever. Because he didn't look like a giant or anything. He was a normal person ever.
Well, that's the kind of dude you're talking a lot of shit from your seat in like an arena. You're talking a lot of shit, and then that dude stands up, and you go, "Oh, shit! Didn't know I was talking to that."
That motherfucker's huge.
That motherfucker's a monster. He's a monster. Sorry, Mr. Man. I'm sorry, Mr. Man. Can I get you something? Can I get you anything? Don't kill me.
And if we did a show yesterday, this would probably have been the thumbnail.
Yeah, but you know, we're petty or something. I don't know.
No. I mean, I'm going for.
You could have gave this man the thumbnail for no reason.
I can't have the double or nothing, because then it makes weird sense that we talk about Raw when we put a double or nothing thing.
You could have put the Raw logo right there. It makes no sense when AEW has a pay-per-view and they get WWE questions. That's what doesn't make sense.
Let them live. Manny, where's the cake trap? There unfortunately isn't one this week. However, I do have some lingering in here.
Some old school cake. Oh, it's just a woman carrying a ball.
Does that work for you?
Is this do it for you? Does it?
Yeah, let's get into the show. We'll be back right after this.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey! Oh!
Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
I can't believe I had that comment up the whole time. I completely forgot that I had it up.
Someone's gonna think it's somebody's birthday.
So welcome to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm Lord Manny Hayes. He's Micus, the grand finale.
Hold on, excuse me. The grand finale is copyright. I am Micus, the season finale.
Seasoned.
Yeah, I'm never the series finale. We don't. It may be the series finale every episode.
Wait, did you say series or seasoned? Because I feel like
seasoned.
Seasoned as in like
series.
No. I think seasoned. As in, like, I seasoned this meat.
Mike is the season finale.
Yeah, because remember,
he's announcing he's all elite.
Remember, he had 40 years experience in this game. 40 years. That's a seasoned vet. That is a seasoned veteran.
I am the season finale. Well seasoned. Larry Sark, Golly Sark, lemon pepper, whatever you got. I got it all. Just sprinkle it all on here, baby.
So yeah,
my friends call me Laurie's.
This is a completely different man to who you saw on Thursday. The man on Thursday was clearly going through some things. Well, had a full-on breakdown.
Yeah. So it was like going to church for the first time, Manny, and now you're fully converted to being all elite, I guess. Christian all elite. I can't stop myself from chanting AEW randomly or just in a grocery store going, this is awesome when someone scans something. And then the scan doesn't come up, and then they click after the second beat, and it kicks out. Oh, this is awesome.
So, some comments here. Eric said, season finale. I don't think I can smoke that. Look at him all slim in that picture. I'm proud of him.
What is this new picture? Look at
I like this picture. I'm really proud of him.
Fat motherfucker. He's still fat. He's still fat, damn it.
As you said on the Saturday recording, which he randomly recorded earlier in the week. He is Gunther, you are Walter. Greatest comment of the month.
Yeah. Should we start with the review of Double or Nothing?
No, we should.
Because the pay-per-view just ended 5 minutes ago, and
it's still going on. It's still going on. Shout out to Kane, who was the guy that stuck around for all WrestleMania weekend on the live streams. I ain't seen him since.
It's gotta be Kane.
Welcome
He
back.
showed up here and there.
No, I have not seen him in the live chat. He hasn't said anything in the live chat. He may have been watching, but he hasn't said anything in the live chat. Eric, cut the shit.
All right. What do you want to start with, man? Go ahead.
Let's kick off with MJF. MJF is a story. I mean, we like to talk about controversy. That's what got us a lot of views that week.
Yes.
And that week we came back, there was drama. Last week, nothing. This week, the drama happened and it was all about Saturday.
Yes.
However, we didn't have a show to talk about. So let's talk about it now.
Here we go.
So MJF was supposed to go to this fan event, meet and greet. He no-showed the event. Apparently took a plane out of Vegas.
Allegedly.
This is according to Fightful Sean Sapp rap.
Yeah, but they said he booked the plane, and then some people dispute that he booked the flight and that he didn't go.
And then they confirmed, and then I think someone from another website also confirmed that story. Then there was rumors that he may no-show the event.
Oh,
and then he showed up for the event minutes maybe before he had to go out. Yeah. And then he left immediately.
Well, he was put in the ambulance, so I would hope he left immediately.
There's a thing here, Marcus. I don't understand. This is why I didn't give AEW Double or Nothing my full attention after the first match.
Oh,
AEW is all about realism, right?
Yes.
This is wrestling and all this.
Yeah,
when someone gets 100%. Injured, Marcus, and they put an oxygen mask on someone, I don't expect them to put it on their fucking eyes.
Oh, come on. The eyes need oxygen too. That's something the optometrist told me. Make sure your eyes get enough oxygen. Otherwise, Marcus, they're going to dry up, swell up, and you swallow your tongue somehow.
Who am I? Who was I in a previous life? The biomedic that was epidemic.
Oh,
that shit doesn't fly with me. That shit doesn't fly with me.
Well, as I was watching it happen, I was like, these EMTs are phony. You're a phony. You're a big fat phony. What are you doing? And to me, that was a little bit hilarious shit. And I was like, why? Why even put the oxygen on him? I don't even see that on wrestling shows where it's like, put the oxygen over him. Most of the time, they just either, if they're going to do it, they just be like, they put it over the nose exactly. This dude wrapping it around his head. Let's go.
So the story is now, allegedly, MJF's got heat in the back now because they feel like there was a deal to have to pay him to turn up to Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
By Tony Khan, but then Tony Khan's apparently now on record that said he wants to pay MJF like a top guy. So hopefully the situation works itself out.
I thought he said he refused to talk about the MJF situation.
No. So
now he's talking about it.
He's refused to, but then on Cultaholic and then What Culture both reporting this morning, UK time this morning. Not middle of the night for you. It's talking about that. Tony Khan is now open to talking about paying MJF.
Oh, hallelujah! I don't understand how you weren't open. Pay the man his money.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he is the. If there was anybody in that building that got more heat than MJF, I bet you they don't exist. Everybody else is loved. This man was booed out.
He's the only heel in AEW that you honestly care about what he's about to say, and when you look at him, you honestly go, "Fuck you."
Yeah, he's like an asshole. Like the heat he got for just no showing, and all the people just hating. It was just fuck MJF. It was deafening going through there, as in everybody hating this man. But Manny, I have a question for you.
What's that?
This man lives and dies by his gimmick. And we've asked this question for the Sasha and Naomi situation. And the Cody leaving AEW situation. Work or real? What do you got?
I think it's real. Part of it is real. I think part of it is real, and then they're gonna have to try and work some of it into story.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have to pay this man. They have to. But I think if it turns out to be a work, I feel like you've done your fans a disservice from the Saturday when he no-showed, because they obviously paid to see him. They've actually specifically paid to see him at that point. Not like the Sasha Banks and Naomi situation, because the MJF thing is a dispute about money. There's a dispute over like
creative differences.
Yeah, creative. And they didn't like the way that was going. That there was never about money or anything. And then they decided, I'm not going to turn up. I don't think that many people that went to that Raw crowd would have been disappointed that those two weren't there. But because there's still other people at the event. It's like the card's subject to change, so you can get away with that. The fact that if I were to go, I want to go see MJF. Not that I want to. He'd probably be a dick to me, and then I'd want to stab him.
And then you'd be happy about it. You can't believe how much of a dick MJF wants to be. Jesus.
Yeah, and then but like I don't know how much these meet and greets are, but they've got to cost quite a lot, because the WWE ones are ridiculous. When I hear about fan access at WrestleMania and stuff like that, they got to be about over $100 to $200 for a meet and greet. Yeah. And so if someone, you can go, we'll give you can go see this person instead. It's not the same. So you've obviously disappointed some fans there at the expense of a story. But so I'm hoping it isn't a work, because that is way worse than the actual Sasha Banks and Naomi situation.
Yeah. So my theory is it's a combination of all of it. I think my conspiracy, because on the same meet and greet, there's another wrestler on the AEW roster that didn't show up.
Well, he's not on the AEW roster though, is he? He's on the Ring of Honor roster.
Well, he was supposed to be at the meet and greet, right? And then the reports that he didn't show up either. And his issue was it was not communicated to him or something, or I don't know.
He was double booked
got crossed.
He was double booked or something along those lines.
My theory. This is my Austin theory right here.
He actually goes by just theory these days, Marcus.
Oh, okay. So my theory is my theory. My theory is maybe there was miscommunication about this meet and greet, when it was happening and what day it's supposed to happen with MJF, and he didn't show up. Rumor have it he was playing at slot machines at the Mandalay Bay during the meet and greet. So, but could have just not been communicated. He missed it. It was like, oh shit. And then how can we cover our asses on this? Oh, MJF is a dick. We can just put it on him as being a dick. So that's one theory. the other theory is they're not paying him and he was frustrated and all the stuff that's coming out reported is true. But I think that I'm going to go with the latter of all the stuff that's being reported of him being frustrated by his pay. Maybe not to the extent that he was booking flights out of Vegas and all that, but I think all that's probably true. And but I don't think the minutes before the show and leaving the show right away and all that stuff, I don't think all that's true or Tony Khan. I just think that if it's a work, which I always go back to when people say, "Oh, it's a work," who are they working? Who are they working? Are they working the fans for what? What's the benefit in working the fans right here or blurring this line? Who gains out of this other than the fans who missed the show, like you said? The news sites who get to report everything.
Yeah.
Like, what are we establishing in this work? That MJF's a dick? So, are we leading to Tony Khan being a character on the show? No, I don't think any of that's a positive. That's why I don't believe it's a work. I believe a lot of it is a shoot that could be manipulated into a work.
Do you think this whole situation that's going on took away the shine of Wardlow at Double or Nothing? Because the guy was super over, but I think that was overshadowed by the actual MJF news story.
Well, I think it helped Wardlow in a weird way because in that arena, everybody wanted to see MJF get murdered. Well,
he
the
literally
first
got
speculation
murdered.
was, is he coming out? Yeah, is he coming out? Because there was this long delay in his music where you were like, oh, I just see he's not coming out.
What's the plane?
Has it,
when he did the plane thing, was that him
Goldberg
leaving?
was on standby. Goldberg was on standby.
I saw that on the mid-card mess, and I was like, I don't think AEW fans will tolerate that. But knowing them, they probably cheer the hell out of him.
They would have marked out so hard if Goldberg would have came out and wrestled Wardlow. For the simple fact, it is who Wardlow is right now. In fact, in the middle of Wardlow's entrance, there were Goldberg chants. Like, it was 50-50 Goldberg Wardlow chants, which was like, interesting. Very interesting.
But we've seen Goldberg. He ain't going to do a job for Wardlow.
You're right. But yeah, so he gets squashed and beaten in powerbomb, I believe 10 times or whatever it was, and carted off with an oxygen tank over his eyes, and stuff like that. And I think that helped Wardlow in. Although I do think that Tony Giovanni interviewing Wardlow and telling him you're all elite is the stupidest thing since this man's been wrestling for the company for 20 years.
Yeah, 100%.
This is like Johnny Ace wrestling a match and Vince McMahon saying you're officially a part of the WWE universe, John Laurinaitis. I've been here for years.
I've been here for months.
So I guess we can go over the rest of the card now. I don't know. It's up to you.
Does anyone actually care about the Raw report? I don't think so. Yeah, let's just go.
We can. Yeah, let's go with Double or Nothing. We'll gloss over. We'll talk about Raw after. So the main takeaway from this show, I'm going to give you my final grade up front.
Let's cover this before we move on. Jimmy asked, do you think any mainstream publicity is good, or this wrestler X is unhappy and no showing is negative, whether standard media is reporting on it or not?
I don't think it's good. I think wondering if an employee is happy or not should not be the focal point of your show.
I think it hurts. I think it hurts the rest of your product because, like, for instance, if you allegedly he's got heat in the AEW locker room now, he's going to have to continue working with these people. I don't think it's going to help him in his case of negotiating more money because he's made himself look. He's put this situation in the media.
Yeah, it seems like he's a troubled athlete, as they would call the NFL receiver or the linebacker who's holding out for money or the running back.
Correction, Marcus. Correction. They only do that for like black football players in America or black athletes. They do that to any black athlete. I'm
going to be on the record here, and hopefully I don't come off as a racist. I've never really heard of only I guess the white quarterback. I think it's the only one who can hold out, but that rarely happens. I think, right?
Well,
I can't think of
the only
a white guy, since there's so few of them in the sport, not to sound racist, there's only few Caucasian white Americans in sports, in the mainstream sports, or then I guess hockey and baseball. But
there's a load in the NFL.
Yeah, but they're quarterbacks. They normally get their money.
Yeah.
Like, I think Brian Urlacher may have held out 1 year, I think, or something. Not really, but they paid him in a reasonable time, and he was never caught trouble. But I don't know. I just think that hold it out or whatever. It doesn't. It works in NFL, and in wrestling, it just kind of makes it, because AEW has the perception of everything is all great, everybody's enjoying it working there. And you don't want to introduce the WWE problems that has been out there. That people are unhappy in the locker room. They're not used properly. They're not getting paid this. They're not getting paid that. Their benefits suck and they need to unionize. That's all going to happen. That does not exist in the everything's grass is greener on the AEW side. And I think this is a bad image that, Tony or the team of AEW has to himself. That's why I think it's not a work. It shouldn't be. Who's benefiting from this? Like, it's not, people aren't happy to be here. Because now it's reports, and according to the dirt sheets, again, all this is dirt sheet. We have no insider information. Neither do they probably.
What are you talking about? You're Black Meltzer. I'm Asian Sean Ross Sapp.
Well, we're gonna point. So the I forgot where I was going. No, there's reports that people in AEW are now considering going to WWE now. And it's like, how does this help? This is not the image AEW wants. The image is, this is, as the late great Cody Rhodes said, this is what's that island? God damn it. The Statue of Liberty Island. Ellis Island. This is where wrestlers can be free and happy. And that's not the perception you want. Where your top heel is like, I'm struggling and have heat in the locker room and not getting paid this and think no show at events. This doesn't make AEW look good. It makes them look like WWE, which is never good on the business side. Also,
as a talent side, it's not normally that good to negotiate yourself in public. Like, do you know when you see those people try and manifest a move or a trade?
Yeah, no one ever looks good.
It doesn't really work out for them in the end either.
Just ask James Harden. Look at his image. Ask Kevin Durant. Look at his image. Even though Kevin Durant's probably the top 3 best players in the NBA, if not the one.
I don't think his image is that bad though, Kevin Durant.
He got a pretty bad image at this point, I think. It's not as bad as Kyrie, but I think he has the image of, he's ring chasing when he jumped to the Warriors. He really hurt his image by doing that. Yeah, but LeBron's image.
You see so many people ring chase, and I can't put I can't fault them, you know.
Well, Kevin Durant's wasn't even about ring. His was ring chasing when he went to the Warriors, but the Nets, in which he was like,
he was after the money.
Like, I need Kyrie. Yeah, he was after the money, and I want Kyrie Irving on the team. He never forced a trade. I don't even know why I'm putting Kevin Durant in this. It's more of a James Harden thing. James Harden, who was like, get me out of here. I'm going to be fat and all this. That's never a good look.
Oh.
Or the Kyrie and Cleveland thing.
So, Luchador says AEW was never going to avoid backstage problem. I know, I love it. Every company has problems at some point.
I agree, but but I was saying that you don't want to put that image out there. If this is a work that we're having backstage problems, we are not every company.
Yeah, Ross said you flood a company with talent and pay them more than homegrown talent. WCW much. I think that's just sports in general, to be honest.
Well, I just think that the original guys who got you there, who beat NXT, who won the Friday Night Wars, should not be getting paid less than these WWE NXT people. And that's where I think MJF is coming from.
All right, we've spent way too long on MJF. Let's go through the Double or Nothing.
This is the story. We should just be focusing on what a show Double or Nothing had, because the show was Double or Nothing. That's what the show was. If you want to go by my personal review of the show, the title lived up to it. It was 2 shows with some nothing in there. which shouldn't have probably been there. They gave us double. And it was a tale of two shows. So you get the first half of the show of MJF getting squashed, and I think it's followed by the Hardy Boys and Bucks.
Yeah.
Which should be built as a dream match. And I know they did in the Ring of Honor, and I'm sure they through their base have watched that match or whatever, but we should have had more build to this match. Instead, it was really just a wrestling match. Fun match. I was okay with it. Jeff threw more middle fingers up than Steve Austin. And it was fine. It was solid. But it was a lot of stuff that could have just been cut. And I don't know if you have the card up, Manny, but I'm going to try to go through it. And I'm just going to throw stuff like.
So the next match was the TBS Championship match.
Cut that shit.
That should have been on Rampage. That should have been on Rampage. It never happened at all.
Yeah, like, and not, not to discredit Jay Cargill as a champion or whatnot, or I can cut that out. I mean, the show was 4.5, 5 hours long or whatever. This didn't need to be it. It was bad. We got a debut from, Stokely, formerly Malcolm Bivens. And,
I'm going to keep calling him Bivens. I don't like that name, Stokely.
That was his original name.
I mean, it'll grow on me at some point, but yeah.
It's going to be like Malachi.
I'm just happy the man's got a job. I'm just happy.
Yeah,
I love that man. He's hilarious.
He's too talented. He's too talented not to have a job.
He's too talented.
And he is a perfect fit with Jay Cargill better, more than Mark Sterling.
Yeah.
So we have that match that could have been cut. We have, I think it's the Owen Hart matches, right? The Cole and Joe.
This is allegedly, if you listen to Eric, this is where the show started to pick up. Death Triangle versus the House of Black.
No, but I believe that was the next. Oh, that was the next match?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was a good match. The show. There was some trash after that then. I don't have the exact order, but that match was really fun, really good. And again, the lack of effort and the consistent storytelling between in this feud, it's what hurt it. Is that they would be on like 2 weeks and then you won't see anybody for about 2 or 3 weeks and you get a Malachi random video talking, then you'll get more stuff. And the Julia Hart stuff been going on for about like 5 months. And she finally reveals that she's a part of the House of Black, which everybody knew like 5 months ago or whatever this started. So, but really solid match. Really good.
Elutra said cut Darby mixed tag and TBS title match. I think the last two, sure. I don't think you could cut Darby and
Manny.
And Kyle.
I disagree. I agree with El Luchador. I enjoyed the shit out of Darby and Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly is one of my favorite.
It had
wrestlers.
no place. It had no
Darby...
place on the show because it had no
Yes.
real story. But like, isn't that what normally we get on AEW though? Like sometimes matches like just come out of the blue and they like really good.
Yeah, but I think that should just be something that could have just been on Dynamite. It could have just been on Dynamite. It was a fantastic match. Loved the match. Probably my second favorite or third or fourth or fifth favorite match on the show. The 16 whatever matches we saw. But it was it could have been cut because it really had no point other than we need to get Darby and Kyle on the show.
Yeah. And then you've got your Owen Hart matches, Samoa Joe and Adam Cole, which was meh.
Yeah, well, all of them were pretty. Both of them were pretty like whatever. I didn't really get into it, especially with Cole won. When Eric said Ruby Riott can't win because I think they're gonna present these trophies at the same time. There's no way Adam Cole's gonna stand up there with Ruby Riott. He's gonna stand up there with his girlfriend or wife or whatever they are.
Yeah, I'm a bit sick and tired of AEW with Britt Baker. Like, give someone else some time. Like, you made some massive deal about this Ruby Soho coming in. Nothing. Yeah. Nothing.
Oh, the quote Levi, he's right on this one. Tony Khan admitted that he booked the show to compete with Game 7 of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals, which I think is bullshit. If that was his strategy, it doesn't. Not that it's not true. I'm just saying that's bullshit because it doesn't make sense.
Well, WWE did it before. I can't remember what pay-per-view it was, but they put the World Heavyweight title match at the beginning of the show because there was also a presidential debate or something on the same night.
Yeah.
So WWE did it too, but like I guess more people would actually stop watching a pay-per-view to actually find out about what
But
what
I
show's
believe it was a WWE. I think it was a regular show though. I don't think it was a pay-per-view that they do because they normally do debates in the middle of the week. So I think it was a regular like SmackDown or Raw or something. I don't think you do that pay-per-view because if you're going to watch a pay-per-view, and a spoiler alert, if I paid 60 or whatever, $70 to watch a pay-per-view, I'm not flipping the channel to the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. I'm just saying, I paid $60. I am committed to this one. That's why I feel like I don't understand the strategy in which if I pay money to watch a pay-per-view, I am not going to be like, hold on, I'm going to watch the playoff NBA and I catch up with this pay-per-view later. Nah, doesn't work like that.
And then you get the 6-person tag match. Paige Van Zandt, better than Ronda Rousey?
No. Paige Van Zandt did nothing in this match. She was NXT 2.0 at best.
People, if you're paying $59.99 to watch this show, you're doing it wrong. Get a VPN. Get a VPN. If you're willing to pay it, get a VPN. Claim you're in the UK. Go on Fight TV. Is it Fight TV? I'm guessing it's Fight TV, and it's like £20, which is about what? $30. Catch yourself a saving, people. Go get yourself a VPN. Also, NordVPN, the other VPN, ExpressVPN. I'm willing to sell your shit.
And in the chat they're saying, we live in an age where we watch two things at the same time. I agree, but if I'm Tony Khan, you already paid for my show. How am I competing with the NBA Finals? If you're gonna watch two at the same time, you're gonna watch two at the same time. But it's not going to affect my viewing of the show if I'm watching the NBA Eastern Conference Final on another TV or on my iPad or whatever object you want to do. I just feel like you got the money already. It shouldn't have any effect. The people who are going to watch are going to watch. They already paid. They're going to watch it either later. They can watch it now. It's no reason to do the effect of, we're competing with the viewership of the NBA Finals. It's like when UFC did I didn't like when the UFC held their fight longer because they didn't want to compete with, I believe it was Canelo or Pacquiao or something. It was Canelo or Triple G, I think, maybe. I don't know. So, I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous. It doesn't strategically make sense. People already paid, so you got the money. It doesn't mean that you have to make the show longer in this progress. Yes, and we should have cut that 6-person tag match, the mixed tag or whatever it was. That could have been cut. I don't know why that was on the show. Just seemed like something that could have been on Rampage and Dynamite as well.
Yeah,
Darby and Kyle, as great as it was, could have been cut.
Darby and Kyle could have main evented Dynamite, to be honest.
They could have main evented any show. It was fantastic. It was a fantastic match, but for time constraints, because that crowd was worn out, and I'm going to say this: Darby and Kyle brought the crowd back into it because they were burnt out already. They were burnt out. After Athena after the House of Black match, the Death Triangle, they were burnt out. They had no more fucks to give for anybody in that show until Darby Allin came out. And they were like, oh, finally. And then, it was like a Lazarus pit. We all came back to life.
Yeah, and then we get the AEW Women's Championship match between Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb.
Fantastic. Probably my favorite match of the show.
No, I can't. I don't like Thunder Rosa. How dare she try and claim 316 Day for herself? Get out of there.
She had that fire outfit which she donated, and I thought they put on a really good match. There were people who went to the concessions during this match. I don't think
in this stage of her career you're getting a bad Serena Deeb match.
No. She's in the prime of her life. She's the female version to me of Dax of the FTR at this current moment where I want to see everything she's doing. This match was really good.
How the fuck does FTR not get on this card?
I know. They showed up. They were there. They showed up to celebrate with CM Punk after the show, but I'm shocked. Like that. The triple threat match, including Hobbs and Stark and the Keith Lee and Scott and or Swerve Strickland and the Jungle Express, there could have been a fourth tag team in there. Just saying, it could have either been Red Dragon, the or Darby and Sting. I know they were out because Sting's hurt, or it could have been FTR.
Then we get Anarchy in the arena.
Crazy experience. Crazy. It just was nonstop anarchy, no pun intended, from the beginning to end, as everybody just are fighting all over the place. This match, I'm going to say, is in the most positive light. It's possibly unwatchable in a live venue in a good way. It was more of a feel like you were at a massive brawl or a bar fight and you participated in it, because it was all over the arena. Eddie Kingston was everywhere. His DNA was still, I believe, on some escalator as it was going out or catch up. You just couldn't keep a track of what was going on everywhere, and they had the music blasting, and it was just a fun vibe.
That was a tribute to New Jack, is what Chris Jericho said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it was just this amazing vibe that match had. It was one of those where I was like, I don't know how this translated on TV, but being in the arena, just a different feel. Just a different feel of like, oh my God, look over there. Oh, what's this? Oh my God, this is crazy.
Oh,
Everybody worked their ass off.
Promo on the what do they call it? The buy-in?
Yeah.
By Eddie Kingston, where he's got a bottle of Jack next to him, and like he's crying. He's almost crying.
He's in tears. He's worked himself in tears.
I don't want to kill you, Chris, but this is what you've made me do. Great promo. If you haven't watched that, go find it. It's on YouTube because they put the buy-in is free, so it's on AEW's YouTube channel.
Yeah, that promo was 100% necessary for when Eddie Kingston brought up the gasoline. And it helped tell the story that this man was unstable. And he's like, fuck it, I'm going to kill everybody. And he's pouring gasoline on Bryan Danielson and Jericho. And he's about to set him on fire. Jericho, and what the fuck are you doing? And slapped the shit out of him. And I just roared. I was like, yeah. And then it caused her downfall. And I thought that was really good storytelling. I was like, oh, this man cost the match because he went to the extremes, almost killing him. And just a phenomenal match. I just thought it was something I've never probably experienced live or anything like that. Just the full scope of it. And on top of that, Manny, here's something else. Anarchy in the Arena, as odd as it, there was 10 competitors in this match. We got an extra 2 in our section. As 2 men begin to fight for real. In the section, because this dude goes and says, get out my motherfucking seat, and shoves this dude to the wall, and they just start swinging and going out, and they just exit the venue. And we were like, oh.
See, if that happens at Clash at the Castle, I have a 6'7" giant sitting next to me by the name of the Big Ross Man.
I can imagine the Big Ross Man just doing a big boot to somebody, and it's like, out the way. Oh.
I got Romos next to me.
Romos. You get to be MVP still, Manny Pontavious Porter.
Yeah, and I'll come with a cane and a chain.
But yeah, so that was a fantastic match. The tag team title match, triple threat match, really good, very entertaining. Keith Lee looked like he slipped up some. Maybe it's just because he's live and the TV adds a few pounds. So it looked like he was in better shape.
Do you know when he dived to the outside?
Yes.
On the TV, on the actual show, you heard a thud when he landed.
Yeah. No. Here's something that AEW has added to the in-arena experience that maybe that WWE has not added. Something they brought to the table. They've mic'd the floor.
Really?
The floor is mic'd. Yeah. So whenever somebody would get power slammed or something that fall on the floor, you hear bump onto the thing. And I'm like, how is that so loud? And I'm like, oh, they mic'd the floor. They really have to. So when Keith Lee jumped, it was doo. And he cleared that shit. So it was so like, oh my God. Like, know how far he got? It looked like Montez Ford had 800 pounds and dove over. And it was an impressive dive. And then I believe in the House of Black match, Brody did the same dive and didn't get as far. And we were like, oh shit. And Eric was like, that's how it's done, Brody. That's how a big man dies right there.
I still think FTR should have been in this match, and FTR should have taken the titles.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, but I was disappointed about some of the winners tonight. I wasn't happy with the Britt Baker Adam Cole win, even though Adam Cole does make sense. I don't know about Britt Baker. They set up Ruby Soho to win, and I was disappointed that the Jurassic Express won. I think they were the worst tag team in the worst tag team in my opinion to win, even though the crowd loves them.
Yeah, no, they only love him because of the music.
They like Luchasaurus. They like his kicks.
Nah, that music's infectious.
They like the Jungle Boy. It is a little infectious because Eric even said, Marcus, you got to do it. You got to do it. Oh, damn it. They got me.
Yeah, and then we get the main event. Hangman Adam Page versus CM Punk.
Solid main event.
I need to rewatch it when I'm not tired and busy.
Yeah, to me, it was a really good match that was following everything else. And at this point, everybody's kind of exhausted again from the few matches and the Anarchy in the Arena, and then the tag match, and then you get to this. People are exhausted again, but everybody was still into the match. Everybody was still chanting and stuff, but you can see like, oh man, we're going through it to get to it, and it was a good match. It was a good match. Again, like you said, it's probably something that's better in a rewatch when you haven't watched 700 other matches already. But it was a solid match.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting now to see what they do with CM Punk and Hangman, because Hangman's just going to drift off to the side now, and then CM Punk can get new challenges and get stuff.
Yeah, but overall, I thought it was a show that was too long. Fantastic. I'll probably give it a B, somewhere in between there, maybe B minus, as in just for the length of it, just being too long. If they would have cut more stuff out and kept it more condensed, it could have been like the best show of the year. But because it was just so long, it was just like, oh man, we gotta wrap this. Some of this shit can go.
I have a prediction.
Yes.
When AEW returns to New York, MJF is going to be your new AEW heavyweight champion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now they go there frequently. They go to Chicago and New York frequently.
When they do that big show in where did they do it?
Show. Dr. Ash.
Yeah. Yeah, when they do the next show there, he's gonna win. He's gonna win the AEW World Heavyweight title.
All right, we gotta put that in a post-its. And Manny got to bring this up. On this day, Manny predicted MJ as the champion. And by that time, we're also going to have like, oh shit, MJF was released, Manny. You had by this time. Tony and MJF are just done with each other. This was so volatile.
So overall, being at the show, you spent $200 to be there. Probably more to get there and accommodation and all that stuff.
Yeah. That's a trip.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It's really hard to not do that. The crowd's infectious. As you see, I had to get a hat and I got some gear and stuff. It's a fun atmosphere. It's really fun. I don't know if I ever have a bad experience at a wrestling show, even if it's a bad wrestling show, though. So this was a good wrestling show, and it was just something that was probably made better by being there live than it would be on TV, maybe.
Yeah, I'm debating whether to go to the Progress show this weekend.
Just do it, damn it!
Do you know why? William Regal's son will be on one of the events between either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Oh, so you can always be like, Manny, I watched Charlie Dempsey or whatever he's going by on that show way back when.
Yeah.
Before he went to NXT 2.0 and he was known as Deuce Domino.
I'm disappointed in you, Eric. I'm very disappointed in you.
Eric also admitted to liking Swerve Scott. I'm just saying, it happened. It happened.
I'm very disappointed in you, Eric. I hope you gain 10 pounds. Very pay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I believe singing along with the songs are fun, though. CM Punk's Cult of Personality, Jungle Boy, Judas, and there was another song that's probably sung that I can't remember. Oh, and Wild Thing by Mox, which I sang twice, I think. as it was going on and on.
There is too much going on in the chat today for us to focus on it. Let's
knock out this Raw report. Let's knock out the Raw report.
We do apologize.
And Manny, I think we need to hit the high notes of Raw and just leave everything else on the wayside.
Yeah. So, how much do we cut out? All of it.
I say we covered the women's championship situation. We covered Cody and Seth, and then I guess Omos and Lashley. I don't know, because everything else is kind of just there.
Yeah. Okay. So Becky Lynch opened the show with a promo to hype up the Hell in the Cell match against Asuka and Bianca Belair. One of those promos she's been cutting recently of you people.
You people. Also, on commentary, she decided that she's a wizard now. And admitted to say it was a homage to Chris Jericho later on Raw Talk.
I feel like those two need to battle it out like a Harry Potter finale of Voldemort and Harry Potter to decide who gets the title, the wizard.
They could play a game of wizarding chess or Quidditch, or they could just have the Goblet of Fire tournament or whatever.
I just loved when Bianca Belair deadlift Asuka into a suplex.
Yeah.
Sick.
Bianca and Asuka had really good chemistry in this match, and Bianca is a freak athlete. That's what it is. Like, again, after watching Double or Nothing in their women's matches, watching Bianca and Asuka is just a different level. Just a different level. Oh, as well as per se, they're on another level. That's where it's at right now. And Deep and Rosa was a really good match, but they can't move like these two women. They were just moving. It was just like, oh, this is good.
I believe Jamal's making fun of my accent.
I see you in a comment. Can you say it again?
Harry Potter.
Oh, Harry Potter. It's so normal.
It sounds worse because I sound like a Cockney. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Cody Rhodes came out talking about Rollins and giving another long promo about what has been through and what he hopes to accomplish in WWE. Rollins appears in the crowd and comes with fire.
Yeah. You and your boys.
you left here. You left WWE 6 years ago. I can't get that nasally.
No, yeah, but you nailed it. Which that's how nasally he is. It's the guy with the lips, Cody Rhodes, with everything in sucker and succotash, and you have Rollins with the very and all that. It's like, oh.
You left here 6 years ago because you wasn't good enough, and then every single day that you were gone, you and your little friends, you tried to tear down what I was building here. And when that didn't work out so well for you, you came running back. The prodigal son returned to fulfill his family legacy. Not on my watch, pal. That was handwritten by Vince McMahon, that line.
Yep.
You don't get to be the conquering hero. Not in my kingdom. You don't get to take a sledgehammer to the throne and come back and take that throne from me, which leads to a brawl.
I wish we could give writing credit somewhere, because I like to think that Triple H and Vince wrote this together. We will pay you just to run you down in this. But even though Seth had a good promo, I thought Cody had a solid promo as well to start, and and what he said about Seth, like back and forth. I think these are two top tier mic performance, and it didn't break enough of the fourth wall of the business that it was like, oh, this is really good. And then Cody went to an old trope he used in AEW, where he used Chris Jericho. Was like, what's stopping me from kicking your ass right now?
Yeah,
barricade stuff. And so he goes up there and they brawl for about, it seems like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that went on for a while. There was multiple stages to this brawl.
Yes. The first one, we fight the fans. All right, the first one, Rollins comes back and goes after Mr. Nightmare, and then Nightmare goes to the back and comes back at Mr. Rollins, to the point where this guy "This is awesome" chant went for a pull apart, which is
Yeah.
very rare in a WWE show. For a pull apart, it's like, oh, it's a standard. This should have closed the show. This should have closed the
100%.
show. This was so good. It should have closed the show.
There's a lot on the show that just didn't need to happen, but the segment that I really enjoyed was Miss TV with Street Profits.
this was funny, and maybe this might be the best of Dawkins. This is the last time we see Dawkins. And on another side note, Montez Ford, I don't know what you're using, but you're getting bigger and bigger each time I see you. Still look like Triple H out there. That's how yoked he looked. I was like, wait, what is this? When did he get all of that? Like last week, he was bigger, but this week, he looked like Scott Steiner. And I was like, oh, shit.
When my hand goes up, you know what this means? Oh, that was so funny. And then Tamina actually wins the 24/7 title from Dana Brooke and goes in for a kiss on Tozawa, but then he pins her and runs away. Justice for Tozawa. Justice.
I like that fits the coverage. Like this one is part. Haven't really done do anything other than to promote, I guess, Mrs. This is coming out next week. That's pretty much all it was. Yeah. And Tozawa getting Tozawa's little dance after pinning Dana Brooke or Tamina was funny to me. I don't know. He did this little giddy dance, and I was like, man, Tozawa, I wish you were wrestling still. But
yeah,
you were entertaining. You were entertaining comedy act, but I wish you were wrestling still.
Do you know what was a really good match as well? Was Riddle Nakamura versus the Usos in a I hate the name, the championship contenders match.
Well, what I've learned, if there's going to be a championship contenders match, one, the contenders are going to win, and two, it's by disqualification because we had two of them tonight that were both contenders matches, both of them by disqualification won.
Yeah.
Whether it was Mustafa Ali or if it was this match right here. But this was a really good match, and I think Shinsuke and Riddle is a pretty cool tag team.
It feels weird because both their tag team partners are now injured, so they've decided to form a tag team on the back of that to go against the Usos.
Yeah, and somehow this makes sense because the Usos have injured both of their partners. Do I believe this is, as the people on the street would say, long-term booking? Probably not in the cards, but it all worked out. And both men, I would like to see either challenge the tribal trash, tribal trash, Roman Reigns, as Riddle calls it. Trash man.
And then the contract signing. Man, MVP is a hurt man.
Yes. He's a woman scorn right here. I feel like I was watching the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp deposition here, and them just being able to talk to you. He was like, "I really loved you, MVP. You were my brother. You were my friend, MVP. You were my brother."
It started off with Lashley trying to talk, and then MVP like, "Man, you talk too much. Sign a contract." and then Lashley like, "Wow, it's gonna be like that. Wow." Yes. like a full-on woman. Like, wow.
Like this is a okay, Mr. B. Okay, Mr. MVP.
I loved you like a friend. I loved you like a brother.
This was Shakespearean. This is Shakespearean. And I believe, and I know this is weird, Lashley has had an amazing career, but somehow in his career highlights, whenever he gets a WWE documentary or something, this will be considered one of his high points in his feuds with MVP. Because I enjoyed it, and I like that Cedric is, I'm assuming, with Omos and them, or is he the Sami Zayn of this group?
Yeah, I think he's just Sami Zayn because I don't think MVP acknowledges Cedric. That Cedric even exists.
It is with Omos going through a table, which I laughed when I saw it because I was like, "Oh no, not Omos!"
I just like him looking normal. Him sitting on a chair look normal, like he doesn't look like a giant.
Yeah. Well, it was a situation of you talking a lot of shit from across the room to somebody, and he's like, "Man, fuck you, shut up, fuck you," and then that person stand up, you go, "Oh dear God." I thought I was talking to a man that was my height. No, he stood up and he's about a foot taller than me.
Yeah, no one's gonna talk shit to me at Clash Clash at the Castle. I got my Romos next to me.
Yeah, you're about to go full Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar when you're next to him, and you're gonna just be looking at him like this, and then you're gonna be fully just talking shit to everybody. Shut up, and it's like, what are you gonna do about it? Huh? Ross just skipping back and forth. Oh, but I thought it was a solid contract sign. Should have ended the show. No. I would have ended it with either the women or the Seth and Cody situation. Just that, I believe Seth and Cody is the only Hell in a Cell match, right?
Yeah, but this whole pay-per-view just feels like Raw matches. It doesn't feel like there's anything SmackDown going on other than possibly the Usos being probably added to this card against Riddle and Nakamura.
Well, as I criticize AEW for just throwing random matches on their show with no build, 90% of the Hell in a Cell has had 2 matches being built. Cody and Seth, and I guess the Asuka, Bianca, and Becky situation.
So little updates about what's going on this week. We've got the In Your House watch along with, I think, me and Wes at the moment. I'm not sure if Eric will join because Marcus is at work. And then we've got the Hell in a Cell watch along with Marcus and Eric and me.
Yeah. Manny, as it stands right now, and I'm looking at my phone because I saw a random message that could have ended this next sentence. As it stands right now, I can probably make that NXT watch along as well.
Ooh.
I had a sudden schedule change, and they said, no, you're going to work the other Saturdays instead.
So, Maurice said the Hell in a Cell show is going to look kind of dry. It is. The only thing I'm interested in, I think there's only 2 matches I'm actually interested in, is the women's triple threat, because you know that's going to be good.
That's going to be good.
Because they did it in Saudi and it was good already.
Yeah, I wanted to put it in the cell. No, not these 3 though. These 3.
Oh no, wait, it wasn't Asuka. It wasn't Asuka. The other person was
Charlotte.
Sasha Banks. No, it was Sasha Banks.
Was it Charlotte?
No, it was Sasha Banks. No,
it was Charlotte.
Charlotte wrestled Ronda.
Not in Saudi.
Yeah. It
No,
was a tag match.
that was WrestleMania.
No, Charlotte did a tag match in Saudi.
No. Remember, it was the 2 champions, and we're going to unify the titles. It was Becky, Bianca, who I think Bianca wasn't a champion at the time, and Charlotte. I think.
I don't think Charlotte was involved.
Yeah, because she wore that nice, comfortable outfit.
Yeah, but that was when she faced off against Ronda with one hand tied behind her back.
Was that match?
Yeah.
Huh. Well then.
Yeah, so we've got watch along.
Fuck you, Manny. You're right. I think you're right. Damn it.
So we've got all these watch alongs planned this weekend. I'm probably going to die and hate wrestling the following week because there's too much wrestling already, and it's Monday. It's Tuesday.
Yeah, we have a lot. Yeah,
got 4.5 hours of Double or Nothing, which I probably watched in probably about 2 hours of all of it combined. 3 hours of 2 hours of Raw for me.
That's right. Becky faced Lita. It was Charlotte and Bianca and Sasha. And then Becky faced Lita. And I don't think Ronda was back yet. I think. It's some combination. I don't know.
I think maybe it was the other Saudi show I'm talking about.
Yeah, because Becky did face Lita. I remember they
Becky faced Lita. But there was one where we did on the Thursday in the middle of the week when it was possibly one of the best matches we've ever seen of the year. It was 2021. We're talking about the 2022. We're getting mixed up with the 2022 show. The 2021 show in Saudi where it was Bianca, Sasha, and Becky. That was a really good match. That was probably one of my best women matches of the year last year.
Yeah. I got Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa being higher. I know you don't like Thunder Rosa, but great match.
Well, Marcus,
but no one is beating my current match of the year so far. That's Dax CM Punk, which is CM Punk saying his greatest match maybe of all time.
We need to go back and rewatch that.
That match was fantastic.
We need to go back and rewatch that because I know by the end of the year we're gonna. You know what? This match was shit. I don't know why we benchmark. This was our benchmark.
It was not a shit match. I don't think you're gonna go back. You're gonna probably get more appreciation to how good that match was. That was such a good match.
But yeah, if you like the video we put out on Saturday, just let us know any other matches you want us to review later on.
Yeah.
We if we get a bunch of them, we can do them all in one day and then release them.
Oh, you're thinking of doing other matches, Manny? No, I'm thinking of continuing the quest because I don't think we found the greatest match of all time. I think we need to go through the archives and find other matches of Alina and Alicia Fox because this one wasn't as long as the other was probably. I bet you there's one that's like 20 minutes. There may be a mixed tag in there.
There is no way there's a 20-minute
quest.
There is no way there's no way there's a 20. In that era, there's no Divas match that went longer than 20 minutes other than Trish and I don't
even think they even got to 20. I think they got 15 at most.
None of these matches are beating Melina and Alicia Fox.
Let's chase it. We're chasing the dragon. But you know what? As long as we only highlighted 3 parts of Raw, I still thought Raw was a good show. I thought it flowed nice. Although there's a point in which Liv Morgan was in the ring, I feel like, for an hour without doing nothing because they did the Memorial Day tribute. They did some other recaps or something. They talked about Lacey Evans at the Indy card. They went to commercial like 3 times for Rhea Ripley, whose new music is a combination of her old music and the current Edge music, which really works well. I just want to know who the 4th man is. And by the way, can they fire Tommaso Ciampa or do something with him? I did not like the use of him on this show and in the Austin Theory agenda or whatever they were doing.
That was really stupid.
That could have been anybody.
And Edge needs to stop tweeting fucking people. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing it.
I like it, but then I know I'm going to be disappointed with whoever he adds. It's going to be like Duke Hudson or something, or Von Wagner.
Ross said, "Can we deep dive the Kelly Divas title run?" Ross, I don't really want to do that.
Only if we get to judge extreme exposés and which one was the best.
Only if you wear and buy a Divas title.
We have to judge our extreme expose segments up until the Miz buys them.
That was so terrible.
Yes. Manny's having flashbacks of the new breed versus the original ECW.
Remember when they changed one of the dancers because she couldn't dance properly?
Yeah. They changed it to Brooke, right? Brooke Texas.
Yeah. And then she ended up in a TNA, and then we've never seen her again.
Yep. I'm sure she's somewhere. You may see like she died. I think she just had a kid, became a mother or something. And you're like, yeah, we never saw her alive again. Welcome back to Unsolved Mysteries. Why do we feel like that? Wrestling Unsolved Mysteries. No, we know mysteries, but questions, work or shoot or something. I don't know.
No. Now we're getting really bad. Kevin Thorne deep dive.
Now we gotta talk about the legendary Shelly Martinez.
Someone's now gonna ask for what was it? Wildcat Chris Harris's run in WWE.
You mean Braden Walker? The Braden Walker run.
Braden Walker. The Summer of Mordecai. But yeah, just make suggestions and leave them in the comments after the show. And we'll see. We'll pick out the best ones, proper ones.
It's gonna lead to great Khali matches. Review Punjabi prison match.
Oh yeah, I'd review a Punjabi prison match. But you know what's coming up, and I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of it when me and Ross eventually get round to this. Kennel in a hell. That's
the worst match ever. Man, me being a person that is afraid of dogs. That's a phobia of mine. I'm getting better at it, but it's still a phobia of mine that's deep down. The sound of that match originally was the most terrifying concept I've ever heard in my life. I was like, they're gonna get shredded. They're gonna get destroyed. Look at these dogs. And then what it turned out to be is nothing. It was so funny.
Actually, do you know what? I want to review that next.
Well, he also did Eden Oh my god. That's a terrible story.
This is why I harp on that you guys should watch Raw is Retro and relive some of this nonsense with me, Ross, sometimes Marcus, never Eric, because he refuses to come on the show with the big Ross man. And then also you should watch ETE, which is going to be live tomorrow, same time, same place, and because you're going to learn some shit and you're going to hear about wrestlers you've probably never heard of in your life.
Yeah, because AEW, they had, Roos and Andrade reunited. Watch ETE to understand who Roos is and why this is
he's a former Ring of Honor champion, right?
Yeah, and why this is important. Tune in tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you. I know.
I don't think they'll be on. I don't think they'll be on Dynamite this week because I think he's still on his honeymoon.
Doing that Charlotte Flair stuff, handling their business. Congrats to them.
So, as Marcus was coming into the studio today, I was watching a video of Apollo recording Finn Balor learning how to dance with his wife.
Finn Balor has no rhythm, by the way. Finn Balor has no rhythm.
Who
But
the fuck's Jonathan? Jonathan?
Well, it has Jana right there. Tune into ETE to figure that out, Betty. As I believe that's the show we're going to review is House of Glory. I don't know if Jamal wants to review anything else. I'm sure we got some Super Junior matches. I haven't been able to watch anything, but I'm going to binge it all today. I'm going to just level up and watch every goddamn thing today.
No, I'm trying to limit the amount of wrestling I watch this week. I'm not watching anything more than I have. Rampage, you can go fuck yourself. I'm not watching that this week. I'm definitely not watching that. If I'm going to cut something out, Rampage is gone.
But it's from Ontario. It's live from Ontario, Eric's backyard. Literally, Eric can walk out his house and fall out the bed, and he would end up on Rampage. That's how close he is to it, and it's not attending the event because Eric said after this AEW event, he's like, that was about 5 hours, maybe 6 hours if you count the entrance because it took a while to get in. I am AEW out for the year. Like 2 shows.
So Lucha Dog says Sonic 2 was fire. It was. I watched it. It's really good. It was really good. Something that happened on Saturday, which I'm really happy about.
What's that?
Liverpool did not win the European Champions League.
That's hate. It's pure hate.
It is pure hate. I do not
Real Madrid.
I do not hate. I do sympathize with those fans that the French authorities decided to fuck them over, tear gas them and stuff like that. Not cool, but claiming they had fake tickets and all that stuff. That wasn't cool. The game was delayed by like half an hour. But if Liverpool had completed the quadruple this year by winning the League Cup, the FA Cup, what else to do with the Premier League and the Champions League, I would have stopped watching football altogether.
I doubt it. It's a very dramatic response now, but I doubt it. I don't think your soul would not allow you to stop watching all football together, Reddy. You may start calling it soccer at that point, but I believe your soul would not allow you to do that.
No, I would stop. I would only support the national team. I would stop because Liverpool fans are unbearable. They haven't won anything for a while, and then they start winning. What they win the league and the Champions League. Get a couple of times after that, and then they think they're the best. They think they're all the best.
Shout out to Football reference and Jamal with the hockey reference. And the Rangers are still continue as they chase the Stanley Cup. Are they going to do it? We'll find out this week on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, so we've given you enough to watch. Double or Nothing's just finished. Go live your lives.
We just found out CM Punk is now the champion. I didn't think it'd be this long.
Go tell your loved one you love them.
Oh no, and when me and Eric see, there was a couple who was there, had problems. There was one couple that fought in concessions. I don't know what they were fighting about, but they were done. And then there was a couple that the woman had enough. She looked at her watch. She had enough of her boyfriend and his wrestling shit, and they had to leave before the main event. This is going on way too long. You told me this was only going to be like 2 hours of my life. You forced me here. We're through. Damn.
Jamal said, Genesis, I love you. But does she subscribe to the channel, Jamal? Does she subscribe to the channel?
Manny, don't force people to subscribe to this channel.
I don't like the number 13. I don't like the look of 213.
213. Warren G,
other
and Nate Dogg.
Someone either needs to unsubscribe or I need a new subscriber because I do not like that number.
Oh, also, by the way, as we were entering the arena, and you know, I had some frustrations. I wanted to fight like one of the box off ladies because she wouldn't want to let me in. Apparently, she was like, it was still frustrating. I'm not going to go into detail about it, but there was a guy.
Did she think one of you two were Mark Henry and was like, no, you got to go this way?
She thought Eric was Apollo at this point. Apollo! As we were entering, it's hot as hell. And they're taking it forever to let us in. I don't know what's going on with that. But they had a guy in Danhausen paint, and I was like, I don't think his paint's gonna make it in. He's slowly melting away. Which that would suck. I spent all this time to paint my face as Danhausen only for my face to get melt away. Jesus was at the event.
Jesus.
Justin Roberts is a horrible hype man. He's horrible. Horrible, Manny. Can you imagine how horrible that is?
It was worse.
His hype madness is worse than anything I've ever heard from a hype man, and it's worse than expected. It was like, oh, he's really bad at this. He's really bad at it. They put him out there with 10 minutes before the show started. He's really bad at that. Really. Unnecessarily.
I really don't like him.
I don't know why they put him out there 10 minutes before the buy-in started to do what he was doing. It was bad. Like, he was just trying to get people to react. I wasn't the bull, but you know, can't.
Shout out to everyone saying like the video. We have 13 likes on this video.
Oh, thank you. Manny doesn't like 13.
Yeah, I don't like 13. It's bad. You could get to 40 or 50.
Well, no one. The coach Jamal puts John Cena for Justin Roberts. No one says the name John better than Justin Roberts. I give him that. When he calls out John Moxley or when he calls out John Cena, no one says it better. That man knows his Johns. It's also a flirt for hookers.
Did we really have to go there? Did we really have to go there?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Justin Ross deserves nothing. He deserves no respect. He was so bad in this introduction, Manny. So bad.
Recreate the introduction.
It was, ladies and gentlemen, we are 8 minutes away from Double or Nothing. Okay, who do you think is going to win? Ruby Soho? Dr. Dick Baker? And then he go, oh, there goes a sign there. It says, let's go, Mox. Very cool. It's so bad. Yes, this is worse than anything Kevin Kelly could have done.
No.
It was that bad. Yes, this hype was the worst hype I've ever seen.
Actually, well, I don't think Kevin Kelly could hype anything.
I think Kevin Kelly would sell me to say, Manny, anybody, and I mean anybody. I feel like a deaf person could have hyped up the crowd better than Justin Roberts talking. It was so annoying. Who do you think is going to win? Jungle Boy? Luchasaurus? Or do you have... And then, like, forgetting who they're fighting. It was bad. It was so bad. It's an experience that I wish... Like, that is the worst part of the whole show, was Justin Roberts trying to hype everybody up in the crowd. The worst part. Absolutely the worst. Hands down.
So, yeah, that's the end of the show. Watch ET with Jamal and Marcus tomorrow. I'm sure they'll be hyped up as anything. Yeah, I don't have that type of intro. All I've got is this, which I didn't even do today.
So you guys have on Raw's Retro, bye.
Which you're part of. You're the one that helped create that.
Did I? I don't even remember. I just remember I felt like that was just organic a part of the show. I just thought we ended with bye. We have, this is an introduction, random guns for whatever reason.
What was condescending?
I think he's talking about Justin Roberts. It was that, yeah, it was. It just felt like this is the wrong crowd for it. I don't know who was this for. Oh, we have Jesus here.
Hallelujah.
Like I don't know how he fucks up. Like the crowd was already chanting Jesus, Jesus, Jesus randomly throughout the arena before the show started.
Jesus.
Yeah, so which was fun. But when Justin Roberts did it, he took all the coolness away from that guy being Jesus. Oh, there goes Jesus over there. I hope he's having a good time. And I'm going like, that's the best you can come up with when you have fucking Jesus here. Hope he's having a good time.
Eric, would there be a show this Saturday? I know you're in the live chat.
I don't know if there should be a show this Saturday if we're doing the watch along with what you call it, because that's a lot of work, isn't it?
It's not a lot of work. It's just a lot of hours talking. Although you get to do what I did on WrestleMania, Marcus. That Saturday where I managed to go get a haircut, watch NXT, go to the bar, come back to WrestleMania.
It was an impressive day, Manny. It was
the most productive day I've ever had in my life.
somewhere Manny's employers. Motherfucker.
No, there's a reason I've got two screens today.
His work.
There's a reason I've got two screens today. Where is it? Because I needed two screens to actually go back and forth between spreadsheets. So I was like, I'm gonna work from two sheets today. And I was like, yes, productivity at its best.
Also, shout out for Tony Khan for having a very small ego or some type of complex, whether it's cocaine or not, but he's blowing up over CM Punk being a flop, or winning the Friday Night Wars or whatever the hell's wrong with him. God bless you. You're the worst part about this company, Tony. I think you would have more. I think they would literally have more viewers if Tony Khan wasn't such a weirdo.
Eric said I may be late. So let's not do a Saturday show then.
Yeah, let's just skip it. It's fine. It's not like any of you people watch that show anyway. It's normally just used for best of material, which is like our most watched show, and most of the shit comes from the Saturday show.
Because it's normally one of us targeting, and it's normally two of us targeting another individual. Normally it's you. Normally it's you.
Oh, also shout out to Shantae, Sharpie wife, who is, I'm going to now admit that she is the champion of gambling. She doesn't lose. She kicks out at 2 all the time when she's about to lose everything. And then she gets that arm up in the last second. Like, you're like, oh, this is your day. Bang! 50-1 bonus payout. Bang! Slot machine killer. Like, what the hell? Like, before breakfast, she literally sat down and we were like, oh, you got to wait 25 minutes before, we can seat you. All right, cool. She goes to the first random slot machine, puts like $40 in. Next thing you know, the first pull or whatever, she won $700 or something. And it's like, what the fuck? How does that even happen? Me, on the other end, on the back end, losing everything he does. I have blackjack. You lose, sir. How do I lose with blackjack?
I don't gamble.
Oh, Manny, but you should. Not don't put that wickedness on yourself. Gambling is a disgusting habit.
No.
And if you do it responsibly. No,
it's fun. It's fun. I just don't get the rush because I'm too frugal sometimes and be like, I don't like wasting money. Well, I don't like losing either, Marcus.
I am about the experience of hanging out with the people and having a good time gambling and meeting people from all over the world, where all people of all races and generations and political backgrounds can get together and say, let's get this money together.
I mean, it's the American dream, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you want the American dream, just watch people winning on a gambling table. And you'd be like, oh, they Black Lives Matter guy shaking MAGA hat. We did it. We got it. The dealer bump. We did it.
What has Eric just sent me?
Oh, he's sending you a picture of Shantae's winnings.
I was about to say, Eric, you painted your fingernails?
Yeah. Shantae literally, yeah, he's really going through a phase.
Yeah.
Shantae is ridiculous as it comes. It's literally nobody wins. It's to the point where her brother's friend was like, hey, come back over here. You were the luckiest person ever because we won when you were here. You were just randomly bad. As soon as you left, everybody lost. Literally, that's how crazy it is. Just came over there like the tribal chief to a table and just be like, oh, I won. And then walk away. Walk away with her winnings. Don't get a casino on Jets. Like, oh.
We do need to discuss t-shirt ideas.
But as long as I get that t-shirt maker, I hate these side projects. I can get shirts cheaper and I can probably ship them cheaper to anybody and just give them away. You gotta get that shirt maker. It's the only way to do it.
Yeah, so donate to the show, people. We need a wheel for Rory's Retro. We need a shirt maker for Marcus so you can buy merch. So yeah, let's make this happen.
Yeah, it's in the show too.
Yeah, we'll be back with more content tomorrow. Best of show will be coming out mid-June.
You know what, baby? I think I solved all the world issues. I say we have a meeting, the UN meetings. You know how they are? I'm pretty sure they're formal. There's probably a big table. There's some flags there. And everybody's like, oh, give my country this. Oh, it's great. We can make it better. We put a crap table instead. Everybody would unite.
No, they won't, Marcus. You know why? You cannot bring peace to the Middle East.
I can. We're gambling.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
You can. You let one person hit hit that number. They hit the seven in the crap game before the show. Everybody like, woo! I believe that would bring peace to the Middle East right away.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't bring peace between Palestine and Syria. It just won't. Or Israel.
Ukraine and Russia will unite. The Israelis and Pakistanis, right? Palestinians are beefing. It would end over on the crap table. You just put it down, and everybody would be happy if we get one good shaker. Although it's gonna be bad with the U.S. shake because we're gonna shake like shit, and they'll be like, "You did that on purpose, America."
Exactly. So you know this isn't gonna work.
Joe Biden shakes like shit. He's too old.
He's not even got dice in his hands.
Oh, let's end the show. Let's end the show before we get canceled. We're done.